Hello, my name is Katie, and today I would like to talk to you about some novels written for and about teens by Black writers. You can read these books any time of year, but I thought it'd be nice to highlight some during Black History Month. So I have 5 books here that I'm going to talk to you about today, and they are all from my TBR or to be read list. They're on my list now, and maybe after this video they'll be on your list too. The first book I'm going to talk about today is Rise to the Sun by Leah Johnson. Now, as I said at the beginning, I haven't read any of these books, but I have read Leah Johnson's first book, You Should See Me in a Crown, and it was amazing, so I've been excited about this one since before it was even published. Rise to the Sun is about Olivia and Tony. They meet at the Farmland Music and Arts Festival, and they're both supposed to be there kind of escaping from their day-to-day lives, but sometimes even when you're at out doing something fun, things get more complicated. And I believe that Olivia and Tony, also end up romantically involved. One of my favorite things about Leah Johnson is that she is from Indiana, and her books take place here, at least so far. So that's Rise to the Sun by Leah Johnson. The next book I'm going to talk about is Love is a Revolution by Renee Watson. It's about Nala and Ty, who meet at an open mic night. Ty is an activist, but Nala is not so much. And she's not completely honest about that because she's trying to impress Ty. So they have to work through that. And this book is also a lot about caring about yourself and self-love. And that's, such a wonderful theme and something that I'm really looking forward to when I get to read this book. Next we have Legendborn by Tracy Deonn. And okay, small confession, I wanted to include a fantasy novel, and I didn't really have one that I was specifically planning on reading. So I picked this one because I knew, that it was one that a lot of people liked, but now that I've looked into it a little more, I definitely want to read it. So this one is about Bree, and she goes to a residential high school program at UNC Chapel Hill, and pretty quickly encounters this secret society called Legendborn, and realizes that there may be some connection between this secret society and her mother's death, so she starts investigating the secret society. And by the end, she has to decide whether she's against the society and working against them, or she needs to join them and work with them to solve a bigger problem. It's also the first book in a series, and the second book will be out later this year. It'll be called Bloodmarked. Next we have White Smoke by Tiffany Jackson. This one is a horror novel about a haunted house. Marigold moves into a house that seems pretty nice with her family, but pretty quickly weird things start to happen. And it may not just be the house, it may be the town. That's something that she has to look into. I don't usually read a lot of horror novels, but I like to read 1 or 2 around Halloween. And this is definitely at the top of my list for my potential pick for this year. The last book I have today is Angel of Greenwood by Randy Pink. This one is actually a historical novel. The characters are fictional, but the place and some of the events actually happened. Greenwood is a neighborhood of Tulsa, and in 1921, specifically May 31st, 1921, there was a massacre or riot, all of the above, started by a group of white people who went into this neighborhood and pretty much obliterated that neighborhood. So this is Isaiah and Angel. They go to the same school, but they don't really interact much until one of their teachers pulls them to be involved with her mobile library program. She's got a 2-seater tricycle that she uses as a mobile library, and so they get to ride that mobile library around the neighborhood. But their lives change dramatically and forever on May 31st. This is something that's not often taught in school. I didn't learn about it until sometime after I graduated college. So I'm looking forward to reading this and some other books that are out there to learn more about it. Well, thank you for watching today. Remember to reach out to us at EVPL if you want any more recommendations, and leave your to-be-read titles in the comments. Bye!